Welcome back, my friends and fellow gamers. I am Wrath, and we are back in Hellion. It's been about a day since our last episode, so we're gonna go ahead and get our trusty welding tool out. Oh, for that exact purpose right there. And we're gonna take the time to go look and check the status of all parts of the station. Looks like we got some serious decay here. Okay. Check the status on the board here. 100%. Okay. Did we ever check this panel? I feel like we did, but sometimes I just gotta double check. Alright. So we're just going to go through and do a quick standard search for damage that might need to be repaired. Check the board. 100% here. Let's see, 92%. That might, oh, there we go. Alright, 100% there. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cough in my chest this morning and I just can't get rid of it. Okay, so 93%. So do our repairs here. And so in our last episode we prepped for our mining expedition that we're going to do, because in order to get all of our oxygen needs taken care of, we're oh shoot, take care of that now before it turns into a fire. In order to take care of our needs, we're going to have to acquire the resources that we need, and there's going to be no other way to get them than to use mining and refining the materials. So for that effort, we have prepped by getting all of our necessary resources. We've gotten a scanner, and then we've got a bunch of cans that are now loaded into the ship and ready to go. And we've got a few extra backpacks that are loaded in there that are at 100% as well, so that we will have enough air, if we need to last us for the duration of the mining trip. So now it is time to get ourselves going. Let's go ahead and open this door, and let's get everything into motion here. So close the inner door, begin depressurizing, helmet on, and open the outer door. And again, because I don't want to accidentally take any air out of the system here, I'm going to close the door and repressurize while I get to my ship. And since most of you will probably be seeing this episode probably at or near Christmas, I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. So I hope you have a pleasant holiday season. Let's go ahead and open both the doors, since this ship has no pressure right now. And we're in. So, as per the normal, it is time for us to get going. So I've got 13 cans that I can fill up and a scanner. So we're going to, first things first, we're going to take this guy here and set him down, because we're going to need to have the mining tool in that slot. Oh no, we can't. Okay, so we're going to need to adjust things as we go, because there's only one slot you can use to carry the drill. Oh, got a release from the station. Okay, station released. And now we can begin. Okay, so let's go ahead and move up. And I always like to move back and to the side so that I can see my station as I clear it. Although my angling means that it's actually like right there, so I won't see it for a little bit, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and now the asteroid belts don't really show up all that well until you scan. So running the scan real quick will illuminate all the items that are in here, but our orbit is enough that we get a good view of some of the close ones. So let's go ahead and pick this guy. If I warp to you, yeah, that will do. And we've got a really low warp cell here, so we're going to have to use the last of it to get there. No, we may still yet have enough fuel to make it back from this trip on that same fuel cell. So again, our first and primary item that we want is nitrates. So I'm going to go for filling up about 4 to 6 cans with just nitrates. I have to do something about this. For those of you who don't know, I used to be a smoker for about 20 years, and so bad lungs is sort of the price I pay. I do need to do some repairs on this ship, so I got to be careful that I don't bump into the asteroid too much, but I need the ship to be close enough for me to make quick trips back to it, either to refuel my oxygen or to swap out cans. So let's see what we get here. I gotta do something about that. So let's go ahead and take a look here, and let's plan around our inventory. Now I have another one of those cans in here that I threw in here, and I don't remember, was it full? Yeah, it's full and already ready for use. I think I put it in there so I could carry more medical stuff, and then this one is empty. I should have refilled that one before we started, as well as taking those medical supplies into the station. Either way, it's something I can fix later. I definitely want to be careful that I don't lose this ship with all of these resources, because obviously that will be difficult to recover from, and painful. Not impossible, just very annoying. Alright, so we are in position here. Alright, so let's turn the lights on as we try to get a little bit closer to this thing. And as with anything else, we're going to want to try and get, oops, bumped my mouse there. We're going to want to try and get into a good position with this where we're close enough to do something. So I'm trying to get over on this side. Ugh, these hiccups and coughing and stuff is just really annoying. I'm trying to get over on this side here because I want to be able to see what I'm doing, and I want to be free from any major issues with this station, with this asteroid. So we're gonna tweak our position here, but I'm gonna try and get very, very close here, and hopefully I won't wreck my ship while doing it. close are we getting? Okay. Just so that I'm not risking... let's see here. Let's angle a little bit. Match. And now I'm just going to bring the ship in a little slowly to try and reduce the distance here between me and the ground. Maybe a little bit forward as well. So I'd like to get in under the 100-meter range, maybe even down to like 75 meters or so. Just really close, really close, so that I can avoid having to spend a lot of transit time. So let's get... And of course this is very, very dangerous because we are getting very close to this big giant rock, and in some of the older versions of the game, the rocks had a tendency to whack you around when you got too close, and that led to many a pilot getting squished. So, and I have to remember that that distance is not the distance to the surface, it's the distance to the center. So that's as close as I want to get to this thing, because that is stupidly close. Okay, let's put that on our back. Put one of those there, one there, and one there. Alright. So that gives us 4 cans, counting the one that's on the drill, and a scanner. So we'll go ahead and pop both the doors. Chances of us getting bugged while we're mining are pretty low, so we can go ahead and take our time here. Let's pop out the scanner and see what we have. Nitrate minerals. Perfect. Pop that bad boy up there. Alright, and let's go ahead and start mining. Now, there used to be a trick where you could start the chat and then end it, and you would stay mining. Okay, so that exploit still works. Now, the batteries should be good. One battery should be good for roughly 2 cans. So, we want to mine this until we reach capacity on this can, and then we want to swap out the can, and then the battery will be just slightly below half power usually, so then we'll have to swap those out as well when we get to the next can. Okay. Alright, so reloading process as normal is hold R to reload. Come on. Okay. How do I unload you? Oh, nice. Alright, so I can put this guy here, slap that one in, move that one over, and now we can continue. That's a nice overhaul. It used to be you had to hold R to release the item and pull it out of the tool, but now you can just literally go into the interface and slap them in. That is a genuinely nice improvement. And so, like I said, we're going to fill up about 4 to 6 of our cans with the nitrate materials. I don't think this battery's going to last. It's probably going to stop right at the tail end. There we go. Okay, battery is at 0 power. Slap that one in. Alright, so that's full. Slap that one down. Pop that one up. Drop you there. Put you there. Okay, and continue. And so away we go with the mining. Now I might cut this into like a little montage, but I don't think I should. I want you to see how much just this minor mining investment is going to take you. And really how dull it can be. It's necessary, and I like that they have it in here because it's a non-violent way of getting the materials that you need. Okay, and alright. That one's full. Pull that guy out. Slap that guy in. Good to go. I'm dying here. Yeah, I must be getting like a chest cold or something. Anyway, once we've got this one done, we'll head back to the ship, swap everything out, and set maybe refresh our air a little bit, and move on to our next process here. Okay. Oh, battery on there is dead. What's the capacity at? 93%. Drop another battery. Now I don't have any way of refilling these batteries on site here. So I've brought enough that I think I will be able to fully fill all of my needs for the ship, for the cans that I have, which is something that I kind of prepped for. So I have like one extra can out of all of these. So let's go ahead and toss these guys back on the shelf. Fill that spot, and that spot. Take that guy, pop that one there. Alright, so that's the next 4. And we're going to do 2 of these with nitrates. So alright, and just to double check, make sure we haven't drifted between a zone. Okay, nitrate minerals. It's perfect. Go ahead and pop the drill out, and mining we will go. Kind of feel like I should put on some music or something. So the next thing that I want to get is I want to get some ice. So I think I'm going to get 2 things of ice so that we can make some more hydrogen, because we'll need plenty of that. And then maybe 2 things of regolith, and actually I think I'll do 4 of okay, so you're at 44%, you are full. probably do 4 things of ice because I can get oxygen and hydrogen out of that, although I won't get as much as if I do dry ice. So I want to try and see what other materials, maybe if they've added any additional materials like heavy ice or something like that in here. But we will see. And it looks like I'm going to need to swap out my batteries again. Okay. Dead battery. New battery. Alright, so what you're actually looking at, don't look at the number, look at the gauge. Because that's the one that will actually get you what you need. So, tag that one. Pull that off. Toss that one on. Toss that guy up there. Let's put this away and switch back to our scanner. And now let's go find something other than nitrate minerals. Here's some dry ice. Not what we're looking for. Regolith. Okay, we'll do that. 2 things of regolith. Should be fine. Because that will be enough for any reactors that we need for short term. And I think there's some fabrication stuff that we can use it for like fabricating new warp cells. So I'm going to definitely make sure that I have the necessary helium-3 if I want to produce new 100% warp cells so that I can do explorations to other planets rather than just Bethir. Now I haven't decided whether or not it's a good idea to fully relocate my base to another location. Because there's a part of me that thinks, whether rightly or not, that it might be in my best interest, once I have gotten enough materials to do so, for me to take my, to get a command module and place it somewhere around a planet that I want to be around that is not this location, because Bethir is, the starting location. By setting up around a different planet, I reduce my traffic potential even further than I would if I were, say, staying around Bethir in just a really eccentric orbit. And I think that that's probably going to be my best bet. So what I think I'm probably going to do, come on. What I think I'm probably going to do is take that battery out, put another one in. Is that once I've got my station and my ship fully aired out, fully tanked out with air, is that I'm going to, that's all 4 tanks, so that's full 100%, 100%, 100, 100. Okay. So we got the regolith, we've got the nitrates. We need 4 cans of oxygen now if we're going to make a good solid go, or not oxygen, 4 cans of ice, so that we'll get about 600 units of ice to refine. So drop you there, and you there, and that leaves that one. Can go here. tank there. Let's take those. One more. Alright, now I need to refuel my air. I love that these things are now a hotbar item, so you can just hit 4 and pop them in and you're done. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so we're back on nitrates. Let's go ahead and get our scanning tool out. Scan. Just going to try and run out ahead of my ship here. There's a limited range of this surface scanner, so I gotta be certain that I'm within range. Okay, so now we're back into Regolith. I think I'm gonna go this way and hope that I can get. We're back on nitrate minerals. So and I'm just holding down the left mouse to scan as I sort of swoop across the landscape here. And I'm pitching just, oh, there we go, ice. Okay, just down at this end here. And oh, the ice is right here. Alright. Okay. There we go. The ice, this should be enough, you know, doing 4 cans, 5 cans of ice should be more than enough for us to, actually I think I should do a one more can of, after I do the 4 ice, I think I should do one more can of nitrate materials instead, because that would get me the best results for nitrogen, which I need just a ton of, or maybe just 1 can of dry ice, maybe? Yeah, 1 can of dry ice. That should be enough. Okay, and watch for the full. Okay, it's full. Drop that one down there. Toss you up. Okay. And there she goes, mining away. Now obviously we've not been getting a full half battery for each can, so you do need to sort of calculate that it's like 55% or so that gets drained. 55, 56, a little bit below 60% per battery, per can from the batteries. So planning on having more batteries than you have cans is important. So this becomes really important when you have a larger ship like the Sarah and you've got just that huge cargo bay full of stuff. You're going to want to be prepared for the amount of materials that you're going to have to chuck, or the amount of batteries you're going to need. Although the Sarah does have the ability to recharge them. The Sarah is a proper mining ship. Especially with that big giant bay in the front. You can get really close to this thing, open up your bay, and basically almost lay the Sarah down on the rock if you're a good enough pilot. I have actually done that in some of mine where I've gotten the Sarah so close to these things that when you open the door from the hangar bay, it actually occludes a little bit into the mesh of the rock, and it's pretty darn cool. It's like a perfect landing. Alright, so that's full. Toss the other one in there. Okay, and so this will be the last one of ice. And we'll go back to the ship and we'll get the one last can that we have, and we will go ahead and have that be used for dry ice, so that we have a big bump in oxygen there as well. Oh, come on. Finish up. Battery's about to die, and yoink. Okay. So this is the last battery. And full. Okay. Put that away. Ship should be somewhere up this way. There you are. It's so weird seeing the ship on its side like that, because, you know, it's like you sort of orientate yourself to the horizon of the rock, but really I'm upside down. So one thing I love about this game is that they don't get stuck on that idea of like an artificial horizon or anything like that. You know, you're just, whatever your orientation is, that's the orientation that makes sense for you, and you know, you kind of have to figure this stuff out. You know, it's like, you're like, oh, you know, it looks like this to me, but in reality I'm upside down compared to the ship. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our last can on here. Alright, so that's got that one. We can go ahead and start tossing these other guys on board here. Let's go ahead and get our scanner out. And then this will be the last we need. So I thought, oops, I thought that I saw some dry ice up this way. There we go. When we were scanning earlier, I thought I'd seen it. Okay, use number 1 and start drilling. Alright, so 1 can of dry ice, and then we will be done. So, yep, this is I think the one mining video I did in last season that I shortened it down, I think I had like 40 cans to do, which was an impressive amount. I'd gathered up just a huge supply, and I had a Sarah at that time. That was before they introduced these newer ships. So I had the bigger Sarah, which has that big giant cargo bay, and I had just filled every slot that I could with the cans, and I think I had like 40 or 50 of them that I just mined the ever-loving. Oh, hello. Oh no, I don't have my torch with me. I need to repair the ship though. So since I'm here, since I have the opportunity, without being distracted by something else, I'm gonna go ahead and take the time to, oh, you know what, we can just put the thing up here. Okay. Grab my torch. Alright, let's search around the ship for that 10% of damage that we're looking at here, because there is 10% damage. My ship's hull is at 90%. Ouch, I should have turned those off. But, you know, the lights, you need the lights. Except for that light. I love how the details on this thing make it look old and scarred and just beat to shit. Pardon my language. I just love the detail of, you know, like when you get those detailed passes on it. And my ship, when this game gets optimized, my video card could stand to be improved a bit. So I try to run this game at a pretty low set of settings, just to run at the fastest possible speed, because I need better heat control, and I need better I need more. Like, I've got a 970 card, which isn't bad. I'd like to, you know, move up to something a little bit better before this thing becomes like a potato. But yeah, I'll do what I can. I cannot find that 10% damage on this ship, no matter what I do. I can't figure out where it is. It's not on the outside. At least, you know what? Maybe it's on the glass. Let me see if I can repair the glass, maybe? Normally, if you get close to the part that's damaged, this thing will start sparking. Nothing there. And like, I just cannot find the damage node. Maybe it's not exterior. Maybe it's got interior damage to some part of the ship. I don't know. It's driving me nuts though. Having the ship at 90% makes me feel vulnerable. Do a quick sweep around the interior. Oh, yep, there it is. Having me freaking out there. That one doesn't look as convincing because parts of the damage kind of leak off of the model. Alright, there we go. 100%. Now all is well. My paranoia can sleep well at night. So let's go ahead and move away from this asteroid as best we can. Turn off our lights. Push back. And down. Alright. Target our home station, which has gotten really far away really quick. Initialize. And I think that'll be the end of this warp cell. So that has been our little mining run here. Let me see how much time that has taken us here. About 38 minutes. So we'll keep running things up here. And as we're going through, I'll go ahead and off camera I'll pull everything out and resupply, get myself set. Oh, I need to watch my oxygen. Almost forgot. Pop that in. And then pop another one. There we go. So yeah, I mean, when you get these, I'll try to throw in a little bit of a bonus. I would like suggestions from other people about what planets you think would be a good place to set up around, because obviously I don't want to set up around Bether because it makes me too much of a target. A lot of a part of me is pushing for Athnar. for those of you that don't know, okay, so here's the system here. So we've got Nimeth, Athnar, Hirath, Edril, Bethir, Ascatar, and Aya. Now let's look around what's around each of these here. Hyrule, you have got a fort. That's probably very dangerous. Arhal, you have got no idea. This has got 2 moons. Civilian Emergency Supply Depot. What is around this planet? Hirath. Okay, you've got a refinery. Oh. Okay. Calypso. No idea what's around Calypso. Actually, let's pop a scan, see if it'll tell me anything that's around those. No, won't tell me anything about what's around Calypso. Iblis. No idea there either. And Enigma. Enigma is got a habitable planet, though. Hirath is looking very, very tasty. Nimeth, you are a single planet with nothing else around you. Athnar, you've got twin moons with no idea what is around you. No idea what's around you. I'm thinking Hirath is probably where we're going to go next. Now that we have the resources and the ability to go around. Let's see here. Okay, so orientate this way. That autocorrect is really starting to annoy me. It's one of the things that they put into the game that I absolutely hate because I think it's toxic as hell. It basically makes your ship automatically try to counteract your roll or your rotation. Which means that your ship is constantly burning. Whenever you're making maneuvers, your ship is constantly burning a counter amount of fuel, RCS fuel, in order to counteract the very maneuvers that you're trying to do. It's really, really frustrating. And even though I've turned it off, it continues to reapply itself. And supposedly the last hotfix was supposed to fix it, but didn't. And I am going to try and see if maybe it's because I didn't reapply the change to my settings. But alright, match velocity. We should be right over the airlock. Okay. So I'm turning, and right now it's not giving me any problems. But it shouldn't give me these problems anytime. Okay, bring her down. Basically backing my truck up here. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, and set our approach. usually like 0.3 for an approach speed if I'm feeling comfortable. I usually err on the side of having my nose down a little bit on these, just so that when I come in contact, I'm not going to bang my tail on whatever thing I'm docking to. And at 2 it should lock on. Bingo. Locked. Alright. Well, I've got all the resources I need. We'll see how this turns out here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the things that I don't need. So you can go right there, and you can go right next to it, and then we can start picking up all these cans and carry one more. Take that one. So let me go ahead and start taking these all inside here. Got a little bit more time before we need to cut off here, because I've been cutting these off right about an hour. This game definitely is not something you can play in short bursts because of the way that your character stays in the game while you are while you're logged out. It definitely does not work out for you if you try to just randomly log out. Your guy will still be there, and more importantly, your character will still be consuming resources. So, like, you know, if your character is sitting in the world with their helmet on, sooner or later that helmet's gonna that suit's gonna run out of air, and your guy's gonna fall over dead while you're gone. And it'll probably despawn long before you get back, and so you'll lose whatever you had on you. Alright, so let's go ahead and go in, and just because of the way that I'm handling this, I'm just going to dump all of the materials real quick and drop them into the station here. Okay. Okay. And now this won't generally work for everything because of the fact that within all of these I do have a capacity issue, so it's going to take me a little bit of time while I sort out all of that capacity issue, because like right there I've got 600 ice, and now I have no more room for any of the other resources, so I probably should have gotten the nitrate first. Alright, so anyway, I'm Wrath. I hope you've enjoyed. Please leave a comment. Let's take the helmet off here. Leave a comment about where you think I should go for my next mission. I'm going to probably be moving away from Bethier, and so voice your opinion on where you think I should be pushing for in that particular case of where I should look to build my new home. And until next time, I hope you have great holidays, and I will catch you on the flip side. Okay, as a little adjunct to the end of the session here, I just wanted to show where we stood at the end of all of this. I have been able to refine everything, and I've built parts to help reduce my costs around the station. I have been able to get enough life support to air up the entire station, plus get enough air to functionally air up the ship. It's still light air, but it's enough to operate under. So that is all a good little bonus for us. And I've got enough resources that I can, if I need to, build a new warp cell with a little bit of help and assistance. I think I'm short on a few resources here because let's see here. Yeah, like I don't have enough of the materials, but I can get it. I do have enough helium-3 if I need to. Now, and I have one warp cell that is burned out here, so I'm going to go ahead and toss that guy in the recycler. And we'll get a little bit back from him. No biggie. But that gives us plenty to work from. And I've got a few side things that I want to get done before we progress to to moving away. But here's the resources that we have in the station now. So we're doing pretty good. Ready to start looking at doing the other storyline quests and seeing where the story takes us. Anyway, I will see you on the flip side.